Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Tyrone. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. You guys are probably wondering what the hell happened. Where did you go? What happened to the consistency? What happened to the weekly videos? I'm going to answer all those questions here shortly. But first, I want to address a couple things. First and foremost, ignore the red marks on my forehead. I just took my do-rag off. Second thing, I am shooting this video on my iPhone, so the content might not be as good as when it comes to my camera. I ran out of data, and as you guys see, I haven't shot any videos in a long time now. It's been about a month. Okay, it's been about a month. But I want to start this video off by showing you guys a quick little surprise. Okay, give me 1 second. Come here, Kaizen. Come here. Yeah, so things have changed, man. Things have changed a lot. This is my puppy. His name is Kaizen. He is a beautiful Corso. I've had him for about, I don't know, 3 weeks now, okay? This is Kaizen. He is an amazing dog. He is a blue-nosed brindle. He's beautiful, man. He's a great dog, and I'm very happy to have him. I've always wanted a dog. But for the first time in my life, I'm in a position where I'm able to actually care for a pet, and in all seriousness, afford a pet, because they can be expensive, and I'm about to get into that right now. So, Kaizen, say hi to everybody. Such a good dog. Anyways, so quick little story time for you guys who are wondering where I went. Okay, so quick little story time. About, I don't know, 3 weeks, we're just going to estimate 3 weeks to a month ago, I got him from a breeder. I brought him home, and he was very excited to be in a new environment, very excited to come home with me. Like I said, he's a great dog. Okay, so I got all his stuff set up. I got his toys, I had his food, I had his crate. I'm introducing him to the new living space, and everything was good. So I ended up putting him in his crate, and I took off to go grab some stuff from the grocery store. When I get back from the grocery store, I come home, I let him out of his crate, and he's very depressed. He's extremely depressed. He was just didn't seem in the mood, you know. So I don't know, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking, you know what, he just got taken away from the litter, he just got taken away from his mom. He's probably very sad. I don't know. Obviously dogs can't speak, so you can only, I guess, right? And I made him food. I'm thinking, he's a puppy, he's gonna devour this, he's very excited to eat. I put it in front of him, and he's not interested at all. He's not interested in the food. He seems almost like he's disgusted with the food. He doesn't want to eat. He doesn't even want to smell it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. So some time goes by that night, and he starts actually throwing up. And right away, something just told me he had parvo. Something just told me, I knew in my heart that he was sick. I knew that he needed to go to the hospital. So I took him to the emergency vet. Mind you, this is at like 10 o'clock at night. And I ended up taking him to 4 different emergency vets. None of them would see him, okay? 2 vets wouldn't see him because he's under a year old. Whatever, I don't know. I don't know anything about vets, or I don't know. I'm learning as I go, so I don't understand why that would matter. Then I took him to 2 other vets, and they wouldn't see him because they had critical patients, which is understandable. He wasn't a priority to them because they were limited on vets, on doctors, and they were seeing animals that were going through something more serious than he was. So anyways, the night's going by. I end up finding a vet. I pretty much forced them to take him because I'm stressing out. He's throwing up. He's obviously not feeling well. Mind you, this is my first night with him, okay? So he's new to me, I'm new to him, and we're figuring this shit out together. So finally, a vet ends up seeing him, and they do a parvo test. They do a parvo test on him. Of course, it comes back positive. He tests positive for parvo, and they give me two options: to do at-home care, or you can do hospitalization. Now, hospitalization, they wanted to keep him for 3 nights and charge me like $7,000, right? The other one was like 600, 700 bucks for his medication and to treat him from home. So I'm thinking, you know what? There isn't anything that there isn't anything that these vets are going to do for him that I can't do myself. I have a pretty flexible schedule, so I figured, you know what? He's biting my pants as we speak. I'll just stay home with him and take care of him for as long as he needs. So I get his medication and we come home. So if you guys know anything about parvo, it's an extremely deadly virus. Especially as puppies, they're supposed to die within the first 72 hours. So I took off about, I don't know, like 8 days. I stayed home with him, feeding him. What usually happens with parvo is they will die from the dehydration and the starvation before they die of the actual virus. And the reason for that is because they have extremely bloody diarrhea, and they throw up everything. They throw up blood. They throw up like a yellow mucus. I don't even know what it is. So every single like hour and a half on the dot, I was up with him, hydrating him through a syringe, feeding him through a syringe, mixing his food. I had a IV bag, giving him his IV bag 2-3 times a day, doing everything to keep him alive. So after the first 72 hours, I'm thinking, all right, he's going to start showing signs of promise. He's going to start feeling better. He's going to start getting better. And I was very mistaken. Days 4 and 5 were the hardest days for me emotionally and for him. So days 4 and 5, I genuinely thought he was going to die. I was looking at him and I was thinking he's taking his last breaths. He's going to die. It got to the point where, I'm thinking in my head, like, do I need to put him down? Like, what do I do from here? Like I said, he's new to me and it's just miserable. He's laying there to the point where he can't move. He couldn't even pick up his head. He's laying on his side, having bloody diarrhea, doesn't even stand up to use the restroom, not even standing up to throw up, all skin and bone. I genuinely thought that he was going to die. I thought that I was looking at him taking his last breaths. I thought that I would wake up and, he wouldn't be here anymore. So it was extremely, sad for me to see, but extremely hard for him to go through. Mind you, when he was going through this, he was only like 7-8 weeks. He's just a puppy, as you guys can see. So he was really having a hard time. But days 7 and 8, he started to finally show a little bit of upside. I don't think he began to eat on his own until day 9. Day 9, he started to finally eat on his own, started to drink water on his own. And as you guys can see, he's good now. Like, come here, Kaizen. Come here. Oh, look at him. He's good now, fully recovered, healthy. He's gotten so big, he's eating. He put his weight back on. When he got parvo, he was only like 13 pounds, and he probably lost about, 5 pounds. And for a 13-pound dog to lose 5 pounds, that's almost half his weight. He was very, very sick. Like I said, it was so sad. So to see him, alive and healthy and eating and playful and just how you guys see him now it's amazing. Look, now he's biting me. He's teething, so this is what he does 24/7. I let him sleep with me and he wakes up biting me. He's a good dog. But I just want to bring you guys this video, man, because I know you guys know I'm all about consistency and determination and getting better and all this stuff, but this little guy kept me out of it, man. He kept me out of YouTube and creating content as a whole. I've been doing my thing on Instagram and creating videos here and there, but I haven't been consistent because he's been my #1 priority. So, he's doing so much better now. He's had 2 rounds of shots, so he has his 3rd round of shots coming up this month, and then we'll start getting to, do walks and take him out to the park and the dog park and socializing him. If you guys know anything about Corsos, they're an extremely affectionate breed. Were used as protection dogs. They're Italian war dogs. So it's important that you bring them around different environments and different groups of people and animals and children as a puppy, or they can become very aggressive and a little overprotective. But I don't think we're going to have no problems with that. I also forgot to mention that throughout the process of him being sick, at the end of his stages of parvo, I ended up getting really bad GERD. I had never experienced, look at him. I had never experienced GERD before in my life. And if you guys don't know what GERD is, it's pretty much like a buildup of acid that makes its way from your stomach into your heart. So you end up getting, or not heart, into your chest. So you end up getting heartburn. I'm going to put him down because he's going crazy. You end up getting a bunch of heartburn. And I didn't treat it right away because I figured it would go away. Anyways, the GERD ended up making its way, or the acid, I should say, ended up making its way up into my esophagus and then into my mouth. So I had these big lesions, I don't know if I want to call them lesions, but blisters, or I don't even know, on my tongue and on the roof of my mouth, to the point where anything that I would eat would burn, like my own saliva, swallowing my own saliva, drinking water, anything would burn my mouth to the point where I couldn't eat anything. There was a span of 2 days where I had about 2 meals total. I only ate twice because I just couldn't eat, and I lost some weight myself. I was very sick. So it's been a shit show of a month, to say. I'm not coming on here for any petty, but just keeping you guys updated because I know that a lot of you guys count on my content and my weekly, daily videos to help keep you motivated and keep you in tune. But don't think that I went anywhere. Don't think that I gave up on YouTube. Don't think that I gave up on producing content for you guys. Sometimes I just gotta handle what I gotta do and take time away in order to get myself back. So just know whenever I am away from the camera, when I'm away from producing content for you guys, it's probably for good reason. It's not always a bad thing. It could be a good thing. Maybe I'm just taking a social media break. Maybe I'm just focusing on, maybe I'm in a deep meditative state. All these things could be a cause to why I take breaks away from social media and away from creating content. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not in this for the viewers. I'm not in this to gain subscribers. In a sense, I'm in this because I genuinely want to help you guys become the best versions of yourself. But the only way that I can do that is if I'm taking care of myself. So if I take breaks, everything is good. Everything is fine. I'm not being lazy. If you guys know me personally, I'm not a lazy person. I don't just stop doing shit for no reason. So anyways, Kaizen, come here. Let's say bye. Come here. Good boy. Let's say bye to Kaizen. So Kaizen, Kaizen, is a Japanese philosophy which pretty much, stop that. Japanese philosophy which means 1% better every day. And that's what I kept telling myself when he was sick is, Kaizen, he's just getting better. 1% every single day, he's going to get a little bit better, and he's going to heal, and he's going to become healthy. And you guys see him now, strong and healthy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys made it all the way through, I appreciate it. I'm going to get back to posting content more frequently. So for those of you guys that are continuously supporting me, I appreciate you, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves.